Oh, lighthouse and the castle, rock solid are your sets. Bluebrixx flex the muscle, fights on now, place your bets.
Hi, I'm the Brick Pie, and today we're gonna be taking it to the shores. So grab a drink if you're liking, take a seat by the fire, and enjoy. This is another Bluebrixx special set, the Astronomers Lighthouse, set ID 104382. We are talking about 6,892 pieces for a list price of €240. Let's rush through the facts because there is a lot to talk about. The entire set weighs 4,400. We've also got 176 grams of spare pieces, but we'll talk about these a little bit later. The combination of weight, pieces, and price brings us to 3.48 cents per piece or 5.44 cents per gram. To get rid of this one, this is the box it comes in. Typical special feature, none. This box comes packed to the limit. And as you can see, that is not small. So let's clear it off the table so we can focus on the real deal. But what is the real deal? What comes with a box, and I've already teased it. There's a little bit leftover material, to call it like that. We've got something very special we have to talk about. The spare pieces are not just like the typical 1x1 spare that you get thrown at basically every brick set, but you also for some reason get like plates and all that. Either I just entirely missed the building step where they are being brought in, or they are really spare. You get chains, and quite a few of them. We've got the tool racket, again because we need one, so we get the entire pallet, and all that stuff like railings for the balcony. These. So there is quite some stuff that we just get as spare. As I said, I weighed that for 176 grams, which is about like a €25 Lego set. So not bad. But let's put this aside, because there is something in there that we have to talk about. Really, Bluebrixx? You're starting that now too? I have to rant about that, as I rant about it at every display set that we get, and a lighthouse is no exception. A €240 display set must not come with a sticker sheet. We could argue about how unimportant that is and blah 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 blah, but if it's that unimportant to include these as a print, then just entirely leave them out of the set. We don't need it. So either make it high quality, make it a print. Bluebrixx does not really like to do that, at least not for the Bluebrixx special sets, which is fine for me, but then just do not include a sticker sheet. That's it for the box content. as per usual, it's a Bluebrixx special, so we do not get a printed instruction. We get the PDF instruction that you can download. This comes split into 4 parts. So you've got 4 separate PDF instructions. You ask why 4? Because it is about 1.5 gigabyte of PDF instructions, and to include that all in one would not be smart. So they split it out into 4 separate files, which is the way better deal, because otherwise you're going to wait for like a week until your browser can open that. So smart choice, Bluebrixx, to split that up. That also adds up to 8 building segments, because this is kind of like the modern Bluebrixx special style, where you still get the PDF instruction, but you do have the building step segmentations. So you're split into 8 segments. These 8 segments add up to 1,772 building steps. That makes roughly 3.9 pieces per step. The instruction is always very clear, leaves no doubt behind, but be aware this is set for adults. Do not put that in front of your like 6 to 10-year-old. Nobody involved is going to have a great time if you do that. So be aware it is an adult set, but it is good like that. I like it like that. Anything left we should talk about? Part quality is great. It is Bluebrixx special pieces. This is still one of the sets that does not have GoBricks parts, but pieces were fine. I had no errors or anything, so nothing really to talk about. I think that leaves us with the room tour. We could. I need to do it like that. So the bucket is free. Hashtag free the bucket. My typical issue with sets like this size is that I always end up hiding behind it. But yeah, that is this part. But of course, we are modular, so we can take off this roof. Focus. I did experiment a little bit with my lighting, which seems fine overall, but for holding stuff into the camera, it might still need another solution. And now we're getting good here. So we can take off the entire top part. Maybe it still works. You can look inside on this part. There's like the crane inside that holds the bucket. The crane can move around a little bit, but I'm afraid if I try that while holding it into the camera, I might end up dropping something again. Another thing is you can turn this, and that rotates the interior there. Neat little feature. Things like this wheel. The only annoying thing is if you take that off with that wheel, it tends to break off the railing, because this is deeper than the floor plate of that. But if that's the only thing I've got to complain about, then we're fine. Next part, because we are not finished. Maybe I should have claimed that. I need space. And from the top, we've got the bed inside. The typical Bluebrixx bottles that are included in any set nonetheless, but on this one, they just dumped like boxes of that in here. The amount of bottles that you build into that set is just way too high, but it's fine. You've got this oven in there where you can cook and all that stuff. There are so many details in here. I'd sit here for 2 hours or longer to show you all the details of this set. So this is literally impossible. Was it here? Yes. You can even open the rock and get a look inside there. There are chairs in here. Don't think you can see that. Where my finger is, there are chairs. And now towards the base. Another thing about the base just ahead, the real base, like where the blue ocean is resembled. This is a solid Technic construction as framework. That's, I think, the first 1 or 2 segments you're just building the foundation. So that is really solid. Even with the entire lighthouse attached, I could easily like lift it here and it doesn't bend like the tiniest bit. It is built to last forever. Same here, by the way. The amount of details in here is just insane. Like starting with the little lobster, the chain, the different boards, the decoration that I'm ripping off. I don't even know what I ripped off. Like these pedals or whatever they're supposed to be. Please, if you do actually spot that I misplaced some of them, yeah, please start the witch hunt about me. But the amount of decoration I've already ripped off this set is, again, also way too high, because it is just all over the place. I can't touch the set without tearing something off. It's impossible. We've got the trap staircase. So this thing has even features built in. And if we look in here, the entire thing is built around like an old sailing ship. So there are many hints in there. So I don't even know what to say. This, for me, was the best brick set that I've ever seen prior to building the planetarium, the sister set for that, or extension, whatever you want to call it. Prior to building that, this one has been the best I've ever seen. And I doubt that it would be possible to just match that level again. I'll make a different video about this one, maybe just as an immediate follow-up to this video, because it's just insane. I built this one last year, so it's been quite a while for me now, which is why I'm not really having all the information in hand anymore. But there's also, like, the entire parts that you see closed off in here, in every area, like even inside this tower, nothing is empty. There is stuff built in everywhere. Same goes for these rocks. Only because you can't see into a room or a rock passage does not mean it is empty. Like, there are so many details hidden in there. Like this little passage in through there. There are so many details still hidden around there. I think there's even something like towards the side where the sailing ship parts are hidden. It's just overwhelming in many, many ways. So this set does not only reward the people who look at it after someone finished building it, but it also rewards the people who build the set. Where other display sets are just meant to look good when they are like placed in a shelf and looked at from afar, this one also rewards the people who bought it, who built it, who took their time and laid every piece in here, which is something I am astonished about. And as I meant, I don't even know what to say about that. It is amazing, and it's really great work by Bluebrixx for designing this set, which sets a new bar for the market that others really have to reach, and I mean really reach, and not even daring to think about jumping that bar. Because so far the only one I believe who's ever going to be able to jump that bar again is Bluebrixx itself. Again, with a follow-up of this set, or maybe something else that they're making up in the next couple of years. So this sets a new standard for display sets made out of bricks. And I really like that. It was great fun building it. It is great fun looking at it. So this set is, as I mentioned, the best brick build set up to the year 2024. 2024 came up with this one. As I said, I'll feature that in a different video because that's another story. But this one, it rocked my socks off. Not gonna lie. To conclude it all, we've got amazing details. We've got an amazing size, and the pricing is fine in here too. Like, we are paying €240. Yeah, sure, that sounds like a lot, but you get almost 7,000 pieces. If you include the spares, I think it is even 7,000. So the only deducted point is for that. That really is not necessary. So again, either make it a print or leave it out entirely. But yeah, that is the only thing I can and will criticize about this set. Part quality, fine. Design is amazing. The build is so much fun and long lasting. I don't remember how long I've built on that. But it sure as hell was multiple days, because I've only had like a couple of hours every evening to build that. So it took me a while, but it's always been great to jump back into that. So this thing has brought a lot of joy to me and will still deliver joy wherever I place it. And for me, yes, as I said, best brick set up to 2024. So let's bring it all back, reassemble it.
Frankfurt, you were born and raised half a dozen years ago. Your work and your designs are praised. You put up quite a show. When Lego came to strike you down, you didn't flee or
But yes,
run. You showed
that is the Astronomers Lighthouse. So I think I've said everything that has to be said. So the only thing left to be said is the brick.